Most entrepreneurs are working 60-hour weeks, barely staying afloat. They're grinding harder than ever, but the results just keep disappointing them. But what if I told you there's one superpower that successful entrepreneurs use that has nothing to do with working more hours or even having better skills? This one thing can literally 10x your results. This one thing isn't for sale. This one thing isn't something that you need to go find. It's already in your possession. You just need to unlock the superpower in order to see those 10x results. What I'm talking about is the power of expectation. Now, before you roll your eyes and think this is some, woo-woo stuff, hear me out. Your expectations aren't just your thoughts floating around your head; they're actually your programming, and they program like every single action that you take in your business. And when you expect failure, you make choices that lead to failure. And when you expect success, you make different choices that lead to success. And it's not magic, it's psychology. And I've seen this play out in my own businesses time and time again. When I approach potential clients for my automation services, I don't hope they'll say yes. I expect they'll say yes because I know what I offer solves their problem. And that expectation changes how I present my pricing, how I communicate my value, and how I follow up. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how your expectations are either sabotaging your business or supercharging it. More importantly, I'll show you how to flip the switch and start using expectations like successful entrepreneurs do. Most entrepreneurs don't realize they're walking around with a computer program running in their head, but that's exactly what your expectations are doing. They're telling your brain what to look for, what actions to take, and what results to expect. You think about it this way. When you wake up expecting your day to be stressful and overwhelming, what happens? Well, you immediately start scanning for problems. You check your phone and see that difficult client email first. You notice the project that's behind schedule. Your brain finds exactly what you're looking for because that's what you programmed it to find. I mean, Henry Ford understood this better than most people. He said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. But here's what most people miss about that quote. It's not just about positive thinking, it's about how your beliefs literally create your reality because of the actions that you take. Because when you expect your business to struggle, you make conservative choices. You undercharge for your services because you expect clients to say no to the higher pricing. You avoid reaching out to bigger prospects because you expect rejection. You keep doing everything yourself because you expect employees or contractors to mess things up. Your brain is incredibly efficient at proving your expectations right. If you expect problems, you'll find them everywhere. But if you expect opportunities, you'll spot those instead. This isn't some mystical law of attraction nonsense. It's actually neuroscience. Your reticular activating system is constantly filtering out millions of pieces of information. It decides what actually gets through to your conscious mind based off what you told it is important. When you expect failure, well, failure becomes important to notice. But when you expect success, well, success signals become more important, and that's what you see. But the scary part, this actually happens automatically. You're not consciously choosing to sabotage yourself, but if you're continually expecting the worst case scenario, then that's what you've programmed your brain to help you to see. So my question for you is this: what are you currently expecting from your business? Because I guarantee that whatever that is, that's the action that you're taking to make it happen. Now, this is where things get really dangerous for busy entrepreneurs because when you're operating from fear-based expectations, you don't just miss opportunities, you actively avoid the exact actions that would grow your business. Let me paint a picture that you'll probably recognize. You're drowning in client work, putting out fires, barely keeping your head above water. Deep down, you expect if you step away from the daily operations, everything's going to fall apart. So what do? You keep grinding harder instead of working smarter. You expect that new hire to mess up your systems, so you don't delegate. You expect that automation tool to break something, so you keep doing things manually. You expect that big client proposal to get rejected, so you play it safe with smaller projects that keep you busy but don't really move the needle in your business. And this creates a vicious cycle that most entrepreneurs never escape. Your fear-based expectations keep you trapped doing low-value work because you're too afraid to take the risks that actually will grow your business. You become a prisoner in your own company. But here's the real kicker. While you're busy expecting everything to go wrong, you're missing the opportunities that are right in front of you. That potential client who could double your revenue, you don't even see them because you're focused on protecting what you already have. And that system that you could implement to save 20 hours a week, it never crosses your path. You don't ever see it on your radar because you're expecting it to cause more problems than it solves. Fear-based expectations don't just limit your actions, they literally shrink your vision of what's possible. You start setting smaller goals because you expect disappointment. You avoid partnerships because you expect them to fail. You keep your prices low because you expect your clients to object over your pricing. The most successful entrepreneurs I know operate from completely different expectations. While you're expecting your next hire to be a disaster, we're expecting them to free up our time for higher level work. While you're expecting that new marketing strategy to waste money, we're expecting it to bring in our next best client. The question isn't whether expectations control your actions, because they absolutely do. The question is this: are your expectations keeping you stuck, or are they setting you free? Now, here's where the magic happens. Successful entrepreneurs don't just have positive thoughts, we strategically use expectations as a business tool to drive our actions and to create the outcomes that we want. When we expect success, we don't just sit back and wait for it to happen. We take completely different actions than someone who expects failure. Let me show you exactly what I mean. When I'm approaching a potential client for my automation business, I don't hope they'll see the value. I expect they will because I know what I'm offering will solve real problems for them. And that expectation changes everything about how I present my services. I'm not apologetic about my pricing. I'm not desperate for their approval. Instead, I'm confident because I genuinely expect this to be a win-win-win for all of us, them, their client, and me. Now, this is not blind optimism. These are calculated expectations based off real value. Because I expect success, I take actions that make success more likely. I ask better questions during discovery calls. I present solutions instead of just services, and I follow up with confidence instead of fear. We see opportunities where others see obstacles because we expect good things to happen. That economic downturn, we expect it to eliminate weak competitors and create opportunities for us. That new technology, well, we expect it to give us an advantage, not threaten our business. Most importantly, we expect our businesses to grow. So we make decisions that support growth instead of decisions that just maintain the status quo. We hire help because we expect our revenue to increase. We invest in systems because we expect we need them. We raise our prices because we expect clients to see the value that they will get. This creates an upward spiral of success that feeds on itself. Our positive expectations lead to solid actions, and those actions create better results. And better results reinforce our positive expectations, and that cycle continues. But here's what separates us from most people who just think positive thoughts. We combine expectations with actions. We expect the automation to work, so we implement it. We expect the team member to succeed, so we invest in proper training. We expect the marketing campaign to bring in results, so we give it the time and the resources that it needs. Your expectations are either your biggest asset or your biggest liability, and the choice is yours because your expectations aren't just thoughts. They're the programming that controls every action that you take in your business. When you expect failure, you'll get trapped in the daily grind, avoiding the strategic moves that will actually grow your business. But when you expect success, you start making completely different choices that create the results that you want. The entrepreneurs that 10x their results understand this concept. We don't just hope for the best, we strategically expect, and then we take actions that ultimately make that success inevitable. We delegate because we expect our team to perform. We invest in systems because we expect growth. We charge premium prices because we expect clients to get the desired results. Your superpower has been there all along. You just need to reprogram your expectations so that you can start using your expectations more effectively. Now, here's the thing. Even when you start expecting success, you still need to know how to communicate that confidence to your clients. Because expecting great results is one thing, but making sure your clients expect them too, well, that's a whole different skill. And that's exactly what I cover in my video called What Your Client Actually Wants to Hear. And I'll show you the best way to keep your clients happy and keep your sanity at the same time. You'll find that video right here, so go ahead and click it now, and I'll see you in the next video.